Hello and welcome back to So This is Thailand. I'm Johan Wimonchalau. Swadee krap.
I'm Tapani Manawet สวัสดีค่ะ
And I'm Belinda Skinner. Sawadika.
TGIF.
Oh, TGIF. Thank you.
Yay!
It has finally arrived.
What a long week.
It has been long. But I know we had the tropical storm come through.
Yep.
Thankfully, not as bad as they had predicted. I know a lot of times we've heard a lot from the government, some government officials saying, "Oh, watch out! You have to stay home, do this." But it actually, thankfully, was better than was predicted. So
I was out and about during the week and noticed that because people were frightened of the storm, they were staying in, and it was actually quite easier to get around.
Yes, it was.
Because everyone was
True,
staying
that's
in.
true.
yes, it was. Actually, looking at some other kind of, this is not really talk of the town, but this is some news. I've been following the elections in the U.S. and I've been looking at obviously the political problems which are happening here in Thailand as well. And it seems that it doesn't matter where you are in the world, but politics seems to be kind of like pandering to, I don't want to call it nepotism, but it kind of is. I see a lot in the news about people saying, why doesn't this person get this position? Why doesn't that person get that position? Because they've earned it. Because they've helped the party out. I've seen a lot in the Republicans and the Democrats in the U.S. I've seen here. Doesn't matter the administration here in Thailand as well. And unfortunately, the question they should be asking is, who's the most qualified for that position? But they don't, unfortunately. So you come up with, I know we've talked about this in the past, news where you've had ministers coming through and they get rotated. There's a reshuffle or people lose their job, and so there's no continuity there. And it's because the people, they weren't qualified to begin with.
It's very random here as well, in that someone with no experience before or prior can actually be put into a post that it doesn't seem to be suited for them, and usually leads to problems, I think.
Yeah.
Scary. Very scary.
Well, I know from a leadership point of view, it doesn't mean, you don't always have to be the expert in your field. If I'm going to be an expert in I want to be the Minister of Information Technology or something like that, I don't have to be an expert. I don't have to be a computer scientist. But you need to know how to manage the people. You need to have that vision for you, and you need to know where to find the answers.
Yeah,
if you don't
there
know.
is a lot to be said about experience as well, or being familiar with
Yes.
it, at least. Familiar with the topic.
Absolutely.
It tends to help.
Well, moving along to talk of the town.
Well, we're in the end of the week, and the weekend is around the corner, and then the week after will be the start of the Vegetarian Festival, or as we call it in Thai, the J Festival. J. Actually, I think it's more like a vegan vegetarian, because we also refrain from eating dairy. But the general name for it is the Vegetarian Festival, and it's celebrated very widely across the country. You can see the yellow flags and yellow things going into the shops now. For example, in the 7-Eleven, you will see the ready-made food is starting to make products with like tofu and that kind of thing. And a lot of people, even though they may not be very religious, just join in because it's fun, and it's a great way to kind of detox and cleanse the body. It's for 9 days, so 9 days and 9 nights of purifying the body and the mind, if you can do that. And the Tourism Authority of Thailand is helping to promote some of the very, very nice places to visit where they celebrate it in style. And we're going to begin with Trang province in the south of Thailand, where there is a large Chinese immigrant population from many generations ago. The Chinese vegetarian festivities is large there. They come together to practice together, and the more people join, the merrier. People, as you can see, dressed in white. So if you are visiting the province for that occasion, so as not to stick out like a sore thumb, you can put on something white and join in. There's going to be candle ceremonies and demonstrations of climbing knife ladders. So it's going to be a lot of fun in Trang. Moving a little further along to the festivities in Hat Yai. That begins from the 14th of October until the 23rd. And they're a little more competitive there. They have the vegetarian food eating competition, a demonstration of how to cook 9 auspicious vegetarian menus. There is going to be a J cook-off, a beauty pageant, and dragon processions, and free J food available for tourists as well. free food, yay. But yeah, it's sponsored by the hotels and many associations coming together to do a massive cook and just giving out free food to people.
Wow.
It's like Hare
Sounds good,
Krishna,
doesn't
isn't
it?
it? It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
Well, yeah.
And sorry, I have to mention the last destination, which is a little closer to Bangkok, and that is Korat or Nakhon Ratchasima. You can pay respect to various religious shrines, and of course there's going to be the usual meditation and lots of food available, and yeah, they focus more on the religious aspects in Korat.
Well, I know one thing about the J Festival here in Thailand is it's not only refraining from eating meats, but it's also certain types of strong smelling or tasting food. So
Yes.
no onions, no garlic. as
Oh,
well.
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew about the vegetarian, especially when I first came over. I see all those yellow and red flags, and even on the street food, they start to have all the yellow and red flags around. I did not know
Yeah,
about
anything
the
with a
Well,
really
I
small,
think that
strong
they
smell is
Also,
out.
Wow.
those things, well, it's a strong smell, and they can also resprout. So if you leave an onion long enough, it will grow again. So it's like you're killing it, I think.
Oh.
And garlic is kind of the same. So this
Wow.
is similar to the Jain sect of Hinduism, where they don't eat things that grow underground
Yes.
as well. So.
Well, the good thing is, you don't have to go far to find these foods, especially here in Bangkok. A lot of the canteens or the restaurants around the area, they all switch over for this period.
Yes.
And it's really delicious food. You wouldn't even know. I mean, they have like J fried chicken, J kapow, J. I mean, it's
It's so yummy as
It
well.
is.
Yeah, and you feel great because you think you're, eating healthy.
Doing healthy.
exactly. Well, moving along on to something which is also healthy as well. Jatujak, our own JJ Market, is looking to serve as a role model for other markets in the area as a smoke-free environment. Malaysia is looking to look at JJ Market as a role model for having its own local market be a smoke-free zone in Malacca. And the Southeast Asia Tobacco Control Alliance actually visited the JJ Market last week to be able to see exactly how it's implemented, how successful it is, and they noticed, no one's smoking.
Wow.
So, which makes it much better. The vendors there, the tourists, it's a much nicer, more healthy environment as well. And the great thing about in JJ Market here in Thailand is you have Thai, English, and Chinese announcements every 20 minutes saying there's no smoking here. So it's well publicized, it's well enforced, and they're really looking to lead the way here in Southeast Asia as well.
Wow, I wonder what smokers are going to do.
When they have to find
If
the
you have
exit.
to leave the market, it's a huge market.
Well, hopefully quit.
Well, yeah.
That's the idea.
Well, it's a big safety concern too.
Yes,
I mean,
oh.
JJ is huge,
Yes.
and it's tiny, and it's everything is together. You can imagine that if a cigarette did happen to get in, and especially for the very fine, I think it's quite the wooden areas.
Yes.
And
Yeah, lots
it
of
would-
flammable things in
yeah,
there.
there are, aren't there? So it'd be very sad to see, JJ go up in flames. So I think it's a respect of safety as well.
Sure, and if you look at, it's just kind of following along, Thailand's also initiatives of not having smoking within restaurants. I remember years ago being here, smoking was a really big problem. It was everywhere. You couldn't get around it. But it's nice to see that at least they're being more health conscious in public areas. So,
Excellent. Well, they do it, yeah, I see that in the streets as well. But good on you.
Well, I think it's a bit of a world trend as well, isn't it? New York banned it, London banned it. Everyone was up in arms, smoking in public places, and now it just seems like it's a normal way of life.
Oh, I remember catching a plane, and when it was
Yes.
smoking, you were sitting in the smoking section or the non-smoking section. After a while, you work out there's no such thing.
Exactly.
The smoke's going to come.
exactly.
We've moved on, thank goodness.
Well, continuing along with health kicks and happy people out there, a recent survey, the World Happiness Report 2012 has come back with the results saying that indeed, those countries in Scandinavia are the best. Denmark topped the list this year as the happiest country on earth, followed by Finland, Norway, and the Netherlands. So interesting to see
Wow.
that area of the world is doing so well. They base it on something called a life evaluation score, where they take into things such as obviously health, family, jobs, political stability, corruption in government, and they kind of factor them all together and come out with the World Happiness Report.
Wow.
Right, the welfare system there is so great. I guess everyone feels really happy. They're taken care of, and
actually, I have a friend from Denmark, and he said that even if you lose your job, there is like a social counselor who kind of taught you, kind of like a psychologist says, it's okay, don't worry about it.
Seriously?
I'll help you find a place. Very, very big
Wow.
support system.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the taxes go to that, but it seems, from a happiness report perspective,
Denmark
it's
is the way to
working.
go.
You get what you pay for.
Now, on the flip side, there is another report called the New Economic Foundation's Happy Planet Index, and looking at the happiest place on earth, and surprise, surprise, it's Costa Rica came out on top. Costa Rica, it's warm, there's a lot of beaches there, and the people are very health and eco-conscious. Ergo, they find it very pleasant to live there. Now, it's based on the Gallup poll, where they go and they ask people from a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are they with their lives? So Costa Ricans seem to be very, very happy with their lives. Now, if we look at those down the list, number 2, Vietnam.
Vietnam is number 2.
Vietnam is number 2. Very surprising. Number 3, back in Latin America with Colombia. Now, I know you're all wondering, all right, where's Thailand? Number 20.
Number 20.
Number 20, which is not
Wow.
that bad when you consider United States 105th.
What?
105th behind
Wow.
Libya, Bangladesh, and Turkmenistan. Now, you're wondering why are some third world countries and developing countries higher on the list than many developed countries, including the UK as well, and in many countries in Europe are very down on the list. And it's because they're not only taking into account financial, the GDP, the numbers of they're looking at the people's happiness. So even in a very well-developed country, obviously you're bringing in all the other layers of complexity and unhappiness with debt and, as you mentioned, depression. And so people aren't happy. Money doesn't always equate to happiness.
Absolutely. It's what you do with it and how you live your life, isn't
Exactly.
All right, we're going to round off the talk of the town with some sad news, unfortunately. And for those of you who are avid watchers of the TV celebrity Lin Bing, her time on the screen is about to come to a close. True Visions has axed the program as part of the plans to introduce a new channel, and the legions of fans have been very, very busy expressing their disappointment. Now, Lin Bing made her debut 3 years ago as a cub, a little panda cub. It was so cute and it was a national sensation. So much so that she got her own TV show following her every move. And those of you who are fans of Lin Bing can still watch her on the internet for another 1 month before the entire thing is going to pull the plug, so to speak.
Poor Lin Bing.
Well, I guess once she moved beyond that little cute cuddly baby stage, people kind of like, oh well, watching a sleeping bear.
It's true. They're very lethargic as well. They don't do very much.
Do you know there were studies taken out in Japan about watching cute animals, and they say that it actually promotes higher productivity in the workers and it makes better students. So watching the cute pictures of animals, they put them in Japan into the workforce and see well, not the animals in the workforce, but they put them into the workplace, the animals. They put the pictures in and it actually generated productivity. And they did this study where they gave different people something to do, like a logic puzzle. Then they showed some pictures and then they did it again and they were much better at it. Incredible.
This gives me inspiration to, at the end of the show where I always have my funny, goofy clips, I'm going to start showing cute, cuddly animals so you can either start or finish your day very productive.
You shouldn't be giving Johan ideas.
Oh dear, that's
I
dangerous.
need all the ideas I can get. Well, coming up after the break, we're back with V-Talk, and I will be talking with a software development company who has made a new social media-based game right here in Thailand. It's gaining wide support and lots of people joining up. It's a way for especially women to live their dreams in the fashion world and be able to buy those very expensive items out there. So we'll get more on that. And then after that is coming with
Kun Bon, and Kun Bon will be showing us Culturally Yours. So don't go away and stay tuned after the break.